Have you ever been trying to learn Linux or other Unix-based system, or just switch to Linux from Windows, but you have been confused by various folder names like bin, var or etc, and you didn't know why it's like that? Trust me, you are not alone. When I started to learn programming, I was absolutely confused by these names until it suddenly clicked. Stick around and by the end of this video it all will be clear for you as well. Hi everyone, this is Mandacodigo and today we are tackling the Linux file system. At first glance, it can seem like a confusing maze, especially for these who have only used Windows so far. But once you understand its structure, it becomes incredibly logical. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. The Linux file system is hierarchical, starting from the root directory and branching into various subdirectories. This is different from Windows, which uses drive letters. Each directory has a specific role, and knowing these roles helps in navigating and managing your files efficiently. This is the starting point of the Linux file system hierarchy. All files and directories on the system are located here, directly or indirectly. It acts like a foundation for other directories and file paths. Contains individual user directories where personal files and settings are stored. Each user has a subdirectory, like home username, for their own documents, downloads and other personal data. This directory ensures data is organized and separated from system files. The home directory for the system administrator or root user. It is separate from home and contains configuration files and settings specific to the root user. This isolation helps maintain security and organization for administrative tasks. Stores all the necessary files for the boot process, including the Linux kernel and bootloader configuration files. Without this directory, the system cannot start. It's crucial for the initial stages of system bootup and hardware initialization. Contains essential command binaries, in other words, executable files or programs needed for the system to operate, such as ls, cp and mkdir. These commands are available to all users. It includes fundamental tools required for basic system functionality and maintenance. Similar to bin, but it contains system binaries intended primarily for system administrators. Commands like reboot, fdisk and fsck are located here. These tools are typically used for system repair, configuration and administration. Contains special device files that represent hardware components like hard drives and USB devices. For example, dev SDA might represent the first hard drive. This directory enables interaction with hardware devices through software. Hosts system-wide configuration files and directories. Important configuration files for system services and applications are found here, such as fstab, hosts and password. Changes made here can affect the overall behavior and settings of the system. Contains essential shared libraries needed by binaries in bin and sbin, as well as kernel modules. These libraries are similar to DLL files in Windows. They provide critical functionality for various programs and are vital for system operations. Stands for variable and contains files that are expected to grow in size, such as logs, caches and spool files. For example, var log contains system and application log files. This directory is dynamic, reflecting the current state and activity of the system. Stands for Unix System Resources and contains user utilities and applications, libraries and documentation. This directory has several important subdirectories like usr-bin for user programs and usr-local for locally installed software. It's crucial for housing user-level programs and shared resources. A temporary directory where both system and user-created temporary files are stored. Files here are typically deleted upon system reboot. It's useful for transient data that doesn't need to be saved long term. a mount point for removable media like CDs, DVDs and USB drives. When you insert a USB drive, it might be automatically mounted to a subdirectory here. This makes accessing external storage devices straightforward and organized. Used for temporary mounting file systems, often used by system administrators to manually mount storage devices or network shares. It serves a flexible and temporary workspace for various mounting needs. This makes it a handy tool for testing and troubleshooting. Contains optional software packages and add-on applications that are not part of the default system installation. Each package gets its own subdirectory. It helps keep third-party software separate from system-managed packages, ensuring easy maintenance and upgrades. Holds data for services provided by the system, such as web server data, FTP files, and other service-related data. For instance, web server files might be stored in srv www. This directory organizes data for active services, making it easier to manage service-specific files. Now let's head to the terminal and play around a bit with the file system. First useful command I often use is pvd. It stands for print working directory, and that's what the command actually do. It prints where we currently are. Using ls command we can list files in current directory. I often use it together with l flag. Thanks to it we get much more information printed in the console. To switch between directories we can use cd command, which stands for change directory. To move to another directory, you just type cd and the folder name. Typing cd hyphen makes you move back to the parent directory. Cd tilde or just cd moves you to your home directory. And cd / moves you to the root directory of the system. The next useful command is find, that is used for finding files in a specific destination. For example, we can use it to find files with log extension. The last but not least is which command, that is used to locate the executable file. In summary, the Linux file system might seem complex initially, but is designed to be logical and efficient. Understanding the root directory and its subdirectories helps you manage files and navigate your system efficiently. Take some time to explore these directories and practice using the commands we've covered today. It will make you much more comfortable working in a Linux environment. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.